sum it up, sometimes people do stupid stuff, and this is one of those times where a deputy did something that is beyond stupid. Unfortunately, here to talk about the termination today of Deputy Brian Britt. And what we know is that on December 31st, 2016, Deputy Britt, who was working in Oldsmar as a patrol deputy, was dispatched to a residence that lived at in Oldsmar. He was sent there because we received a teletype from the St. Petersburg Police Department that they had probable cause to arrest on a charge of domestic battery. When Deputy Britt went to the residence, came and answered the door, and she was dressed only in a towel. After identifying through her identification, he arrested her, handcuffed her, and took her from the residence into a secondary location awaiting the prisoner transportation van. When they get to the park, Deputy Britt removed her handcuffs and engaged her in conversation. And it was flirtatious conversation. So spent the next day in jail, and after she went to first appearance the following day, she was released. And upon her release from jail, Deputy Britt used his Pinellas County Sheriff's Office cell phone to call on her phone. There were numerous text messages exchanged between and Deputy Britt. As these text messages went on for 7 to 10 days, Britt got to a point where he asked to come to his house. Britt said that they should come to his house for, quote, conversation, and that he would pay them $100 each for this conversation. And the conversation was about the girls providing fetish services for money. He admitted that when they got to his house that day, he had consumed 12 shots of tequila and that they were also impaired. Now, probably one of the whole thing is egregious and shows his lack of character, lack of morals, lack of everything you can expect in a deputy sheriff. But while he had this woman in his house who he had arrested, who he's paying $100 to come there with her friend for this conversation, where he had 12 shots of tequila and he's on the couch rubbing her leg, his 11-year-old daughter was in the bedroom asleep. I don't even know what else to say about that, other than to use his words, because he testified during the administrative investigation. In conclusion, he stated, "I'm an idiot." Well, I agree, he is an idiot for doing this and doing this with his 11-year-old daughter in the house.
Pinellas deputies go door-to-door at dawn to arrest unlicensed contractors. Mark Puente, Times staff writer. Tuesday, October 17, 2017, 8:27 a.m. For years, licensed contractors in Pinellas County have yearned for law enforcement to target unlicensed roofers, painters, and others in the construction trades who perform shoddy work and swindle money from homeowners. Deputies fulfilled that wish on Tuesday. At 5 a.m., they began pounding on doors in a roundup of contractors accused of working without licenses and workers' compensation insurance. The arrests came 2 months after Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri started a pilot program to help the floundering Pinellas County Construction Licensing Board crack down on unlicensed violators. Gualtieri called it troubling and disturbing that the men had taken thousands of dollars from residents. "They're thieves. They're scammers," Gualtieri said Tuesday. "They're ripping people off." Previous, Pinellas Sheriff steps in to start policing contractors. The Operation Nailed Sweep targeted 20 men on Tuesday. Deputies arrested 11 of them early Tuesday and one turned himself in Tuesday night. More arrests are expected over the next few days. The operation stunned some of the contractors, who have worked for years without fear of stiff penalties. "I'm actually surprised anybody showed up," said Randolph Ronke, 31, after being handcuffed and seated in a transport van. All 20 of the men faced at least one charge of contracting without a license, a misdemeanor on the first offenses and a felony the second time. 19 also faced a felony charge of workers' compensation fraud. Florida law requires contractors in the construction industry to carry the insurance. Without it, violators can lower prices and steal business from licensed and insured contractors. 7 of the men faced a felony grand theft charge, including Richard Niger, who authorities accused of duping 90-year-old Darlene Anderson. Anderson contracted with Niger for $26,125 to paint, repair plaster and screen a pool enclosure. Not only did Niger fail to complete the work, he told Anderson that he had ruined her $3,500 check in a washing machine and asked her to write another, authorities said. Anderson wrote a second check, and Niger cashed both. Niger, 52, facing a misdemeanor charge of unlicensed contracting and felony charges of workers' compensation fraud and grand theft of a person over 65, turned himself in Tuesday night, Gualtieri said. Anderson said in an interview Tuesday that she didn't realize Niger duped her until a bank statement showed he cashed both checks. She hopes he faces stiff consequences. If he can't do it to anyone else, that is what I would like to see, she said. I'd like to see him pay for what he has done. Previous, PINELLAS Licensing Board Executive Director settled hundreds of cases without getting his board's approval. In Pinellas County, it's the Construction Licensing Board's job to crack down on unlicensed contractors and protect property owners. The agency, however, doesn't have police powers, its inspectors can only fine contractors. The agency has come under intense scrutiny this year since a series of Tampa Bay Times stories detailed how its leaders and staff lacked accountability, disregarded rules, and raised concerns about whether it treated consumers and contractors fairly. In recent months, the agency has been criticized for failing to deter violators and hasn't been able to collect more than $1.8 million in unpaid fines. In May, the agency's governing board said unlicensed contracting was out of control in Pinellas. It questioned why Pinellas deputies hadn't targeted unlicensed contractors like a dedicated unit in Hillsborough County. At that time, Gualtieri told the Tampa Bay Times that the board's former executive director Rodney Fisher had never asked for help. Gualtieri said he was eager to assess the scope of the problem. On Tuesday, he said deputies have started more than 220 investigations since August. It's a new day. It's a new era, Gualtieri said. We will continue to enforce the criminal laws of the state to prevent these predatory practices by unlicensed contractors in Pinellas County. Previous, Pinellas Licensing Board leader Rodney Fisher described as a bully and suspicious in clashes with employees and county officials. A licensing board database shows that some violators arrested Tuesday have multiple citations and unpaid fines going back years. The violators considered the fines a cost of doing business and they didn't deter them from preying on homeowners, Gualtieri said. He warned that more arrests and investigations are coming. Pinellas County Commission Chair Janet Long praised Gualtieri for taking action to protect residents. It's just the tip of the iceberg, Long said. It's a sign that something needs to be addressed. Contact Mark Puente at mpuente@tampabay.com or 727-892-2996. Follow at Mark Puente.
Need a car? Don't forget to stop by carmarshal.com where you can scout through over 100,000 new and used car vehicles. Take a look around. Get you a new affordable car. carmarshal.com.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but They cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts, 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So, yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, what we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it. But it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.